Hello, it is April 7th. I want to take a moment to show you the actual sunset. Yeah, there we go. I'm here in Fort Yates. Just had a nice visit at the Four Bands Greater Sioux Nation camp, which is located in between where the old camps were. So it's kind of weird. It's like a nice day and I'm wearing a t-shirt and it's reminding me of October back at Osheti, except that there aren't many people around. And I spent the afternoon at the Prairie Knights Casino at a conference called Prophecy of the Grandfathers. And it was really powerful. Candy Mossett spoke from the Indigenous Environmental Network, and she gave a really, inspiring blend of her personal story and her professional research and work on the topic of not only what the oil itself does to the earth, and that being the central problem, but also the sociological implications of what bringing the industry of oil into the community does. And I found that a really fascinating and important angle. So for example, one aspect is that you bring in all the workers, right? And they set up what's called a man camp. And once that happens, unfortunately, I know I've heard stories about this at camp, that a lot of local women, particularly Native women, sometimes go missing or just get involved with things that are dangerous to them. There can also be an increase in drug use in the area when the man camps are around. And there can be people that, hi, just doing a little video.
Okay. We're just gonna pass you.
No worries. Yeah, and also talking about things like the semi trucks that are driving around, that they cause more accidents and that people have died because of them. And there's a few other points. Just like this, and then obviously going back to the water, which is the central source of it, but the lake that this woman used to swim in, and now it has this called blue algae, which sounds good because it's a plant, but actually it makes the whole environment toxic and no one should go in the water. And there's no reason that a lake in North Dakota should really have turquoise blue water, even if it's pretty. And so that's an aspect of what the environmental damage has caused, and just the absurdity of what they consider to be protecting and cleaning up. Like, water moves, water doesn't stay in one place, and so they'll put like a bunch of sandbags and say, oh yeah, the fracked water with the chemicals, it won't go over here. But water isn't everything, so you can't really separate it. And also just some of the economic reasons of that, like one company in particular, she was talking about that they're supposed to put their fracked chemical ruined water in a particular well, but they have to pay to do that. And if they don't pay to do that and they just dump it wherever, which they have pictures of it happening, they have to pay a fine, but that fine is less than what they would pay to correctly dispose of it. So just these inane bureaucratic loopholes that just constantly seem to favor this system that's so intent on destroying the resources of this planet that have no price. And then Phyllis Young spoke, and that was really helpful and inspiring. I think she's awesome, and she's really talking about the kind of political and legal perspective on this movement, and also just the idea of the sovereign nations and their rights to the land, that actually they have still mineral rights and water rights, and they're owed money by the government, because the way the treaties have been set up, they never gave permission for a lot of these things. So at the very least, they are ready to collect their rent and collect what they are owed for what has been taken from them. So I look forward to some more political and legal battles on that forefront. And tomorrow is a whole day of the conference, and also on Sunday. So just wanted to share this beautiful sunset that we all used to see at camp every day with the teepees, and just remembering those days. I always like to get a picture of Flag Row against the sunset. Thank you.